What's up guys, Balkan Architect here, and in today's tutorial I'm going to be showing you how to model Cityscape in Revit. So Cityscape, that basically means a landscape inside of a city. So in this tutorial I'm just going to be going over how to create your roads, your sidewalks, all of the parking, all of the necessary road signalization like the crosswalks, stuff like that, how to add some street lights, some benches for people, a little bit of grass just to make everything seem more natural, a few trees here and there, and all of those necessary things, all of that necessary equipment to make your basically urban environment or urban streets work. And if you're interested in modeling something that's kind of extra urban or something landscape that's in nature, I also have a tutorial on how to model roads on uneven surfaces and uneven topography, and if you want to check that out, that's the first link in the description of this video. But before I get started, I would just like to ask you to like this tutorial. It helps me out a lot, and if you haven't already, I suggest you subscribe because I make videos like this every day. Okay, so here I am in Revit. This is a project I did for a urbanism studio a while back. This is just some it's an urban environment, and you see you have this platform for pedestrians, and here's a recessed part that's underneath over here, and here we've got some roads, and the idea behind this was to have people or pedestrians walking around up here on this platform, and the cars can be a level lower, so it's safe for everyone and kids can play here and not get hit by cars, which is important, I guess. And then here for this is just a regular floor, so everything was modeled like this. This is just a flat regular floor, and now we're going to be modifying this, adding a curb, adding some roads, and everything else that's necessary. So first thing to do is let's add more detail to this and make everything work for this floor. So let me go down to terrain level. This is what we have, and I'm just going to go here to edit boundary. So everything, as you can see, is modeled just like this. So first, for parking, it's quite difficult to get in a parking space like this. This is parallel parking. This is enough space for 2 cars, but to make it a bit more comfortable, I'm going to move this in such a way so this line is at 45 degrees. So let's see, let's set that to 45 degrees, and then let's just trim and extend. And let's do the same thing with this line over here. Let's do 135 and then trim and extend, and that makes it infinitely easier for cars. And let's move this one here to 45, and if you're a driver, you're probably thanking me right now. And let's do the same thing over here. So let's go 45 like that, finish. Okay, this now works as parking. Now let's add some green surfaces just to make everything seem a bit nicer inside of the city. So I'm just going to go here with an offset of 5 centimeters and just give it a small offset over here, just to have this tiny little curve between the grass and these areas for cars. So let me place a little bit here, one here. Yeah, I guess that works. Okay, so, and you can go into thin lines just to see everything better. So I'm just going to continue this line like this, and then I'm just going to trim and extend so it kind of continues on off of this. And then I'm going to do the same thing on all sides, so just go here, kind of create a line continuing that direction, and then just trim and extend, and do the same thing over here. Kind of continue the line, and then trim and extend. Let's go here, again a line, extend it a bit, and then trim and extend. Okay, so once you have this, let's just create a line over here like so. Make sure to go all the way up. And let's see this distance over here. Let's place it at 180. And now this will be grass, so I'm just going to split it here in the middle and then trim and extend to these parts over here. So we have kind of grass like that, or grass surface to be exact. Okay, so once we have this, let's add some grass over here. But here we're going to have a crosswalk, so let's pull this in a bit. So let's see. This is 3 meters, that's quite enough for a crosswalk. Let's do 300. Yeah. Then trim and extend this part, and here as well. Let's go from this part over here. Yeah, that's going to that point. Okay, and now you can trim and extend everything in place. And just to make everything more comfortable, you can fillet this edge over here just a little bit. Let's do 1 meter fillet. Okay, so this looks fine. So we have some grass over here. We're going to be having some grass over here, and I think that's enough for a project like this. This would work for a cityscape like this one. Okay, so we're just going to hit here finish and just recheck everything. Yeah, everything works. Okay, just finish. And then I'm just going to hit no here. Okay, so we have all of these surfaces now done. Now let's add all of the grass. So I'm just going to go here to floor, and let me cancel out of that. And let's try this as I think my grass floor. I already have it made, but you just go into edit type and you go here to edit type, and you make sure you place either plant or grass material as a finish over here. So I've got this plant material, and I'm just going to hit OK, apply, OK. And now you just use this pick lines tool. You hover over just one of these lines, you hit the tab, and you select all. You go the same thing here. You hit tab, you select all. You hit tab, select all, and you just go finish. And then if we go into 3D, or not that one, this 3D, as you can see, this is kind of offset way too much, so let's try 0. Okay, 0, apply. Okay, let's try -5, just to give it a bit of offset. Yeah, this works. Okay, so once we have this, let's add the curb just to make it seem more realistic. And to do that, I just like to use component in place. This is, for me, the simplest way to do it. And you just use the generic model component. You hit OK, and there are a bunch of different ways to do this. This is just what I prefer. And just make sure you don't move these lines of the curb around, because then it will mess up your curb family. So you just create everything as a sweep. You just go sketch path, you set the work plane, you pick a plane, and I'm just going to set this upper plane, and then you just use pick lines, and you just pick all of these outer lines. So you just pick everywhere where the curb will go. You go all the way around. Let's do it here. Yeah, and we can finish it there. We don't have to go anywhere further. Okay, and then you need to draw your curb over here. So you just go to edit profile, and you need to go first down all the way. And if you can't see it, let's see if we can see it from the other side. Yeah. Let's go into wireframe for this one. Okay, there we go. And then let's extend it to this side, I don't know, something like 5 centimeters. Kind of make it go like that, go down. And close it over here. Maybe change this angle a bit. Yeah, this looks fine. And then just go to the material and let's set it to something white. Wait for a second, let's type in just white. See what's white. Let's just use gypsum wallboard. That's what I use for every white material. Okay, and you just go finish, and there you go. You have your curb going all the way around. And then you can just go finish model. Okay, so once we have this, let's do the actual road. And because we have all of these spaces left for our road, we can just place our road as a flat plane. So I'm just going to go here to terrain. Yeah, that's the one. And then let's just go here to architecture, floor, and I probably have it already set up. I just need to find it. Yeah, this is asphalt. in Serbian, so I'm not misspelling it. Don't get mad. And then I'm just going to place it like this, just as a large surface. And let's change the offset to -20. I think this will work. Go apply. Nope. And let's go into 3D. And let's see what this looks like. And if we just turn on hidden line and shadows, yeah, this is actually fitting in place. Okay, so this works. So we have our asphalt, but you're probably thinking, how do we place all of our markings? Well, there isn't really a good way to place road markings in Revit, unfortunately. I've found some families online, but they're usually just some surfaces, very thin surfaces. So what I like to do for these road markings, I just like to create them as another floor. So I'm just going to go here to floor, go into edit type, duplicate, call this road markings. I hope I spelled that right. Go into edit type, change this to point 0.1, let's do, or 0.2. So this is just 2 millimeters, and let's use that same white for all of the road markings. Gypsum wallboard, hit OK, hit OK. And here for the offset, that one was -20. This one should be -20, but not 20, -19.8. I think that's the one. Okay. And now let's start placing this. So I'm just going to go back into my terrain level. So this is where we're at. And then we can measure all the way across, go from the midpoint, and then we can offset this by 5 centimeters to each side, kind of like that. And this will be just a average road marking. And let's make the length, I don't know, something like 250. That works. Then delete the center one, and you just go trim and extend, trim and extend, trim and extend, trim and extend. Okay, and now you can copy this. Just go CO for copy and make sure to select multiple, and let's do 500. And then you can just select it and go copy, and just copy it around. So you just go like this. So you need, this is just that center line of the road that goes everywhere. So yeah, let's finish it there. We don't need any more of them. And here we've got our crosswalk. So for our crosswalk, let's place a line here. So this will be the center, and the width should be around, let's say, 3 or 4 meters. Let's see, what's this distance? Let's try that again. Yeah, let's do a 4-meter crosswalk, so this should be 200. This one should be at 200 as well. So that's the size, and then let's just place a rectangle like this. And this distance, let's do 50, and delete these 2 lines. And let's copy this by 100. Okay, this looks fine, and now you can select it all. Make sure you uncheck these. And then we can just kind of center it a bit. This looks fine. Okay, so we have that. Now select one of them, go copy, and we need that stopping line. That's the line that cars should stop at when they're coming to a crosswalk. So let's place one here, and let's align it to this. Kind of like that, and let's align this to this. Yeah, this looks all right. Maybe move it down a bit, and then you can just go copy and copy it to the other side, like so. Okay, so we have that, we have this crosswalk, and then we can just place one over here. So you can just select the whole thing, uncheck these little things, and just go copy, copy. Okay, now it works. Place it here, rotate it around, Is that 90? Yeah, that's 90 degrees. Okay, and now you can just kind of nudge it in place on this side and zoom in if you can't. Okay, so kind of like that. And then just you can align one of these and you can select multiple lines. So you select this line and then you just align all of these other ones, kind of like that. Okay, so we have our crosswalk over here, and here for the stopping line we only need one stopping line over here, and for that let's use just one of these lines. So you just go copy and you copy this all the way here, kind of like that. Pull this in again, align it to this line and maybe just nudge it in place. Okay, and we need one crosswalk over here as well, so let's just copy this one, copy it there, go rotate. Okay, it's outside of our drawing, so let's just rotate it like this and let's just place it there. Yeah, I guess this works. Okay, so we have our crosswalk over here, and then we can just select some of these lines and copy them down. So just go copy, and you copy them here, you rotate them by 90 degrees. Okay, let's just type in 90. And then we can just place them here at the center. And then what you can do is you can just copy one of them. So just go copy, copy by 500. And yeah, and now we need to have that kind of a curving line, so you can just do that as an arc. So you just go from here to, I don't know, something like that. You would ideally use an offset for this, but as I'm just trying to do this quickly over here, as you can see, you don't really have to be all that precise. And then let's start from, I don't know, kind of like this. Create a line over there, a line over here. Yeah, that looks fine. One over here. And one to close it off over here, I guess. Yeah, this is annoying me. Okay, and then you just use split lines or SL, and you split it here. And yeah, I think this is enough. We didn't need this one. Yeah. So you just go trim and extend, and you trim this. Oops. And you trim this here. Okay, we did need that line, but anyway. Let me go back. Yeah, this is the tricky part, all of these trimmings. Okay, this should go to here, and this should go to here. Okay, so we do need one more line over here. Let's just place it here. Like that, and then just trim and extend it in place. Okay, so you have something that resembles that curving line. Of course, if you want to be precise, you would do this a bit more precisely. And once we have that, let's just add a parking line over here, and just in the middle to separate these two parking spots. So let's see, it's something like this. So you can just go over here, copy it by the value of 10, copy this by a value of 10, and then perhaps place a line over here, line over here, kind of like that. Maybe make them equal, perhaps. That should work. Yeah, and then you just go trim and extend this, unjoin this, this, this. Okay, this should be connected, and then split lines. Yeah, this works. And then let's just offset it a bit from here. I just prefer to have it like that. Yeah, kind of like this. Okay, and once you have this kind of a separation line for your cars, you can place one here, move it a bit more to the center, and there you go. And then you can, I guess, place another crosswalk over there. So just go here, copy, And let's just rotate this to the other side. And let's just move it in place, kind of like that. And let's just delete this line, we don't need it. And there you go, let's say that these are all of the necessary road markings for our project. So just go finish, and if we go into 3D, oops, another 3D. Yeah, the section 3D, as you can see, it works like this. And if I just go here to realistic for a second, you can see this is what you get. And now let's do some of the mobiliar, or just some benches and some street lights, things like that. And for that, I'm going to go back to the terrain level, and I've already got some elements already loaded in. So, and you can find these just on Revit City, and I'm going to link up some of these that I use. I'm not sure will I be able to find all of them. So let's just place a street sign over here, perhaps, kind of like that, just so people know where the streets are. And then I found this ramp. Let me see, where is it? Where it is. So I've got this. There are way too many families here. Okay, so I've got this barrier, or just a ramp, and I'm going to be placing it here for these cars, and let's place it like this. So basically this part of the block, this is where the parking will be. So this is kind of a private part. This is a public street, and this is kind of a private street for all of the parking. So that's why I'm adding this ramp over here. Then another thing that I'm going to do, let's go to component, let's search for some streetlights, or let's add 3D plants. Over here where we have our grass, let's add some planting. It's always nice. And this is just some low plants, because in places like, for example, this here, if you add a tall plant, then if somebody is standing here and wants to cross the road, the car coming from this side can't see that person. So it's usually nice to have kind of a low vegetation, so people can see everything, especially when you've got traffic. Then let's add some street lights. So let's search for that. I've got some street lights. Wait for a second. Okay, so street light. Let's add this one. So let's place it kind of over here, maybe there. Maybe one over here. Okay, then let's add some of those little trash cans, maybe one trash can here, one here, perhaps one over here. Then let's see, what else can we add? We've got those, I've got some little barriers. Let's see where they are. You want to add this here. You've got these light post kind of barriers, and I like to add them over here just because, I don't know about your country, but in my country, extremely rich people who got there criminally like to park their SUVs on crosswalks and public spaces. So you just like to I just like to add these pillars kind of to protect the public space from SUVs parking there. Okay, so we've got that. Let's see, what else can we add? We can add this. This is a swing set. Let's see, do we have some bicycles? Bike rack, yeah. This is nice. Let's add a bike rack so people can park their bikes over here. So let's place one here, and perhaps one here next to the trash can. Okay, let's see, what else can we add? There's a bicycle. So let's place a couple of bicycles at the bike racks. Place one there. Okay, so we have that. Let's see, what else? Okay, let's add some cars. If we have our parking over here, let's add some cars that are parked. Maybe add a Honda Civic over here. Let's see, what else can we park here? Ooh, an S65. Yeah, that's nice. Let's place one here. Kind of like that. Okay, so we have some cars, we have some trees, we have a lot of stuff. Let's add some benches, and this is basically the part where you just play around and you see what works for you. So let's add a park bench, and I'm just going to align it to this over here, so kind of place it like that, place another park bench over here like that, and then there is enough room over here for people to walk by. Let's see, what else can we add? This is just... Okay, so this is something that I created specifically for this project. This is kind of a planter slash seating area slash center part. So as you can see, it's kind of a yin-yang shape, and I've particularly modeled it as a family for this project, so I'm just going to rotate it here in place, kind of like that. We had to do one detail, so this was my detail. I know it looks a bit silly, but it kind of fills up the space, and it kind of makes it a bit nicer to walk by. As you can see here, we have some bench, and this just looks like yin yang, and there's some plants in there, and it looks nice. Okay, and here I want to create a garden, and to do that I'm just going to use the wall, and I've got this wall that's, if you go into edit type and edit, you can see it's made out of grass, so it looks one of those kind of a plant style walls, I guess. So I'm just going to place it here and go from terrain base constraint 0 up to level terrain or unconnected. Let's leave it at unconnected. Let's place it at 120 centimeters. So and let's start from here. So let's do something like this, kind of like that. Then go create similar and just create a fillet over here. This doesn't work for some reason. Let's see. Okay, this just went underground for some reason. So this should go from 0 to... Yeah, there you go. And let's just go back into terrain, and let's just use split element, split this in half, and kind of make an entrance over here. And then over here we can just place some tables. So let me search for, yeah, these small tables. So let's just place a bunch of them, kind of irregularly. I guess you would look for some sort of an order over here, but I'm kind of in a hurry. This video is getting way too long. Okay, and let's just add a few umbrellas, and that will be it. So you find your umbrellas and you place them over here to protect people from the sun. I guess that's important. So let's place a few of them there, and there you go. Let's go into this 3D and let's see what we get. So this is something that you're left with. So you have kind of a complete cityscape urbanism design over here. So you have your curb, you have your street elements, you have everything. And let's try rendering this for a second just to see what this would look like. So let's hit render and wait for a second. And there you go. This is what we got. I really like it. It looks quite realistic. The street looks alive now. We have something happening over here, we have something happening over here, there are cars parked, everything looks nice. Okay, so there you go. That's how you create a cityscape in Revit. Thank you for watching, thank you for making it this far into the video, and please like and share this video, make sure to subscribe, and if you have any questions, comments or suggestions, leave them in the comment section below. Thank you for watching and have a nice day.